So here we are for Creative Insight TV, and we're joined with tonight
Olissa Erica Ossai.
It's a big name. Wow. Sound like royalty.
It's a big royal name from Africa.
Oh wow.
West Africa.
What country do you reside from?
Nigeria.
Oh wow, I'm Nigerian too.
Oh wow, bless sister. See?
Blessing, my brother.
Royalty here.
Of course. So you've come along tonight for the preparations for the fight. Who do you think is your favorite?
I like both fighters. Both are very good at this level. Buatsi actually has a bronze medal in the Olympics.
Yeah, he does.
So he's an astute amateur. He's been an astute amateur. And he's done very well right now, up till now, in the pro ranks, professional ranks, right? But we've been waiting on him to meet Bivol. Bivol is the number 2 at the light heavyweight, Dimitri Bivol.
Yeah.
We've been waiting on Boatsi to get there, but he hasn't yet. You know, he had a chance. Yeah, he had an opportunity to go there, but he didn't. So.
Do you think there's a reason for that?
Yeah, I think he was reluctant because he felt like there was the level of opposition is so high. Yeah, it's a high bar, and I don't blame him to an extent. I don't blame him. So he was kind of caught between a rock and a hard place. But as for Dan Azeez, Dan has gone the steady route.
Yeah.
So what Dan has done is he's done the British title, that's domestic.
Yeah.
Then he's gone for the Commonwealth title, a European, right? So that's not yet world level, but that's approaching, that's on the way up. So that's like a steady increase.
Steady climb, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So he's taking the gears up gradually. But they're both in a place where they meet a perfect juncture, perfect crossroads in boxing terms. Yeah, they're at the right level for each other, just underneath the championship ranks.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, whoever put this fight together is a genius, in my opinion.
Absolutely. And there's going to be some money made because it's domestic scraps. Britain loves that.
And no one expected it because they're friends.
Yeah, they're friends, but in boxing they say friends, frenemies.
Yeah.
Frenemies. So they're not enemies and they're friends, but they have to put the friendship to a temporary halt.
Yeah.
So they can
aside, temporarily.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And there's plenty of money to be made. This is a British domestic scrap, and this is sterling. It's been done here on the UK shores.
Yeah.
So they should make some good bucks.
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
What do you think of the future of British boxing?
Ooh, British boxing. I feel like British boxing has I'm very optimistic about British boxing because there's so many good fighters here. And Britain, just like Ireland, these shores have a penchant for great heart.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they've got great heart. They always want to give their best, give their all. Yeah? And another good thing about it is the parents in UK usually assist their children, whether it's football, boxing, sports all around generally.
Yeah, for sure.
You'll get that assistance, which is a great thing for kids.
Definitely.
Yeah, on the come up.
So in terms of you being a boxer yourself, what is one of the biggest challenges you've ever faced as a boxer?
As a fighter, there's so many challenges as a fighter. The first challenge for youth is backup, as in who's behind you. Yeah, guidance as well. The ability to stay away from trouble as you're coming up.
Definitely.
Yeah,
it's so easy in this day and age, isn't it?
Yeah. So many distractions for kids, and they have to know how to stay on a steady pathway because of what they see ahead. Then the second challenge obviously is the financial challenge, to be able to get to where they need to be and have all the equipment that would support their growth. Yeah. Then obviously the last challenge is the actual competition. So if you're fighting, who have you got? And then what kind of coaches do you have to give you the specific guidelines for what you need?
What you need to become great as you can be. So in terms of when you first started boxing, what was your greatest inspiration and what made you start?
Well, mine is specifically the martial arts. Yeah, so martial arts, that's Kung Fu, we did karate, we did a lot of martial arts growing up.
So, like Wing Chun style and all of that?
Yeah, all of that. Yeah, we did Wing Chun, we did the whole lot. I've done multiple martial arts. Yeah. And since I was about 4 years old. Yeah. I'll tell you what.
I was always a fan of Bruce Lee.
Oh, everyone's a fan of Bruce Lee. And I don't blame him. Bruce Lee is a legend in the game. Yeah, Bruce Lee is a legend in the game. So big up to Bruce Lee. Yeah, definitely. I feel like Bruce Lee's from a tribe in Nigeria somewhere.
It must be.
Yeah.
A tribe somewhere in the north.
I think like Calabar. I think like Calabar.
Probably.
You know, Chinese language is similar to the Efik.
It is, isn't it? I've heard that as well.
Yeah. A lot of Tagalong. In fact, not just Chinese, Filipino. The Tagalong languages are like the Efik languages.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
A lot of words are very similar.
Very similar, and the sounds, the intonation is very similar.
Yeah, and the meaning is the same too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Then Chinese have a lot of rhythm.
Yeah, they do.
You know, black people and West Africans have a lot of rhythm.
Yeah.
I know you white people have rhythm too, but I'm just talking about it's peculiar to us.
Yeah, it is.
Of course, it's peculiar to us, and I know it's the Chinese have that. There's a little something there.
Yeah, there is.
Just to be spoken for.
And their food as well is wonderful. Their food is wonderful.
Oh, their food is lovely.
Yeah.
Chinese food, I love Chinese food.
Yeah. Well, you can't have much of that when you're trying to train for a fight, though.
Now that's another challenge.
Who's your all-time greatest boxer?
All-time greatest boxer. Muhammad Ali is exceptional. Muhammad Ali is exceptional. When you talk about greatness, that word greatness is full of meaning. Because greatness is not just a physical attribute. Greatness is a mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual bunch of attributes that one has to harness and develop, cultivate as you're growing up. Greatness doesn't just fall on you. You have that as you're coming up. So when someone's great and you see them and they're old, understand that they had to have greatness when they were young. Because where did it come? It doesn't just drop at a certain age. Right? And Muhammad Ali definitely had that. So when you see him, in fact, Muhammad Ali as a fighter, if you notice that he wasn't an aggressive individual.
Yes, he wasn't.
Yeah. So he cultivated that aspect.
He was quite a philosopher, actually.
Definitely. So I see that in him, in Muhammad Ali. I see now.
Maybe that's what made him such a great fighter.
I believe that. I believe Muhammad Ali translated the spiritual strength to the physical. And that really is greatness to do that, especially when that's not necessarily your true born identity. Because you could tell he wasn't necessarily a fighter per se. He was a gentleman, right? But when he entered the ring, he became an animal because he had to learn how, he had to put it together like that.
He had to bring the chest.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Now I see Floyd Mayweather as well. I see greatness in Floyd Mayweather.
Oh, definitely.
Because of the discipline. Then the ability to put that discipline to work in the ring, on the fire, when you're getting whooped, to know how to still stand, take a shot, get in the ring with even bigger people. You know, he's climbed weight. So Floyd Mayweather is one of the greatest.
I think boxing makes you wiser after some time because it makes you judge situations in a different way.
I believe so, and the reason why is because boxing is one of those things that triggers your senses, your innate senses. So the parts of your brains that are naturally falling asleep, they're forced to be awake. You know, they say for many people, only a certain percentage of your brain cells are actually active in your normal life. So you need certain situations to trigger the brain cells to wake up.
Definitely.
You'll only be using some. Right? Boxing is one of those things.
So we hope to see you at the fight.
Let me say one last thing. One last thing. Now, as a light heavyweight, martial artist who has mastered the arts of various forms of martial arts, I'm bringing it to boxing.
Oh wow!
Yes, I'm bringing it to boxing, and I've been talking to the top level boxers, some of the best of them. I've been talking to Lyndon Arthur specifically, and we've been speaking for a good while. I was speaking to Lyndon Arthur for a good while, and communicating with him. I don't want to show you my phone, his private messages, otherwise it'll look funny, right?
Don't worry, we believe you.
But if you really want to, I'll show you. But he's agreed, Lyndon Arthur has agreed conditionally that we will have a fight. I have a show that I'm planning called Clash of Worlds. The show is called Clash of Worlds. It's a martial arts show, but it's a boxing show. We're translating so a top martial artist fights a top boxer. Lyndon Arthur has agreed.
That's very different.
Yes. And I challenged Joshua Buatsi. I challenged Azeez. So I've challenged all three of them. And Azeez and Buatsi were very reluctant.
Oh, were they?
Guess why?
You might get their ass kicked.
Oh, they don't want to get whooped. I love Ghana, I do. And Buatsi's from Ghana. Ghana's next door. So we're friends.
Yeah, for sure.
Ghana
Cousins, in fact.
Ghana and Nigeria are like family, right? But we have to make money for each other.
Of course.
So let's do it. Dan Azeez is he's a British born, Jamaican, I believe. Let's do it. Joshua Buatsi, let's get it on. Let's get it on, Joshua. As soon as your fight's over, I'm going to be there and I'm going to speak to you and I'm going to make a challenge to you.
Yeah.
Lyndon Arthur, get ready. You've already told me you're up for it. So here's the media, and let's get a big show on for the world. Clash of Worlds. Let all the boxers and all the boxing fans and martial arts fraternity watch this show. Clash of Worlds coming. Myself and Lyndon Arthur, and hopefully Dan Azeez.
Yeah.
Next is Bivol, the champion. Immediately after that.
Yeah.
Coming soon.
Well, you heard it here first. We hope to see that soon.
Amen to that.
Well, thank you for joining us today, and thank you for having an interview with us.
I love this channel. I'm gonna be looking at it much more often.
Oh, thank you so much. Let's know what your socials are. Where can we find you?
Olissa Erica Ossai. We're about to sweep the whole of the boxing world. We're about to sweep the whole of the boxing world right now. And this is JV8 Studios. This has to be the best media channel on the planet right now because they're doing so good.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Big up yourself for that.
Big up, big up.